We thought we'd come somewhere slightly different for paddleboarding today, so we've nipped across the border to not far from Lockerbie to this loch behind me, which is called Castle Loch. So called because there is a castle at the southern end of the loch. So we're just getting the boards ready and then we'll go and explore this little loch. Should be fun. How much more? Are you almost done? No? Let me see, what's the gauge?
27.
The gauge is on what, say?
What's it, 7?
7, and it needs to be 17. 15 to 18, yeah, 17. It's a good workout. Certainly not the largest nor the most spectacular of Scotland's lochs, but it's still pleasant enough for an afternoon paddle for an hour or so. It's a boatyard or marina, boat club I should say, just at the top end of the loch in the village over there. Some houses right next to the water's edge, a nice little spot. But also roads around, so you can hear quite a bit of traffic from here as well. But still, nice place to go. A bit different to going to the Lake District, which on a weekend like this would be absolutely crowded, whereas here, very few people around. And it's actually slightly closer even in time.
How do you know there aren't piranhas in here?
I can guarantee you, Henrik, there are no piranhas in this loch.
They're just like being transported from America or something.
So I mentioned that this is called Castle Loch, and we just paddled across the lake, and here is the castle. Unfortunately, looks like you can't actually go into it because of all this fencing and conservation work, but it's quite an impressive ruin. So according to the information board, this castle was constructed by the English King Edward I. Construction started in around 1298, originally a wooden castle, then later constructed in stone, and it fell out of use in 1603. So yeah, it's quite an impressive ruin, and obviously in its day would have been a really impressive sight. And we're on the border here, not far from England, so it's all about controlling this area, imposing English rule and Scottish territory, and they're obviously trying to stabilise the remains of the castle, but it's very overgrown, and you can see why it's vulnerable and why unfortunately they're not letting people in there. The size of these walls make you realise just how impressive this castle once was. You can see the remains of the moat just at the bottom of the walls. And this castle fell out of use when James VI of Scotland inherited the English throne, and the castle was no longer required. But it's apparently had quite an interesting history. It's been besieged a number of times, so definitely worth having a little look at if you're in the area, passing by. As I say, Loch Maben, just a few miles outside of Lockerbie. So I've lived close to this place, but never knew it existed. So this is the very first time I've been here, and yeah, it's really quite impressive. There's a walk around the loch that you can do. It's 3 miles or 5 kilometres, all level. So if you're in the area looking for a nice easy walk to do, come and visit Loch Maben Castle and have a walk around Castle Loch. So Loch Maben and Loch Maben Castle is the ancestral home of the Bruce family, and the most famous member of the Bruce family is Robert the Bruce, and anyone who's familiar with British history and particularly Scottish history will be familiar with Robert the Bruce, who actually helped lead Scotland to independence from England for a time at least. So if you're interested in Scottish history, then you definitely need to come here and definitely need to check out Loch Maben Castle. So Henrik is utterly convinced he's found gold at the bottom of the lake. He's trying to dig it out or find where it's gone. I'm utterly convinced it's a can that someone's thrown into the lake. He now claims that this is a tiara and this is serious. If he carries on like that, he's going to fall over.
A few moments later.
I'm so annoyed. He was leaning over to try and reach something and he fell in, and I missed it.
Help. I felt something golden under the water when I went down.
You are an plonker. How did I miss that? Oh, so annoying.
Let me grab hold of my. Oh, it's there. It's there. That's gold. Well, what if it's like a snake or something?
Snake.
Right, how do we dig this out?
Well, I don't know. You have to go in and get it. I'm not getting it.
Yeah, but what if it is something weird?
Well then,
Touch it a little bit.
I can't touch it.
Yeah, but with the paddle,
I can't.
will it like?
Paddle's holding me in place.
Oh, I'm scared. But look at it. No, you stick your head. And
I'm not sticking my head in there.
No, not in there. Just next to it, and you'll see. It's something actually gold.
I can't stick my head in there.
Not your whole head. Just go close to it.
Looks like rubbish to me.
No, it isn't. No, just like actually close, like that. How are we gonna get it out? Am I gonna have to stick my head down there? Okay. What is that?
I don't know. Get it out if you're interested. It's probably an old can or a crisp packet, I've told you.
Yeah, but if everyone said that, then they wouldn't find anything interesting.
Well, then go and get it.
Right. Okay then. I can't reach it. I'm not able to see it. Okay, I'll just have to try with my paddle.
So my first time of paddling on a Scottish loch is just coming to an end, just about to get out and pack the boards back into the car and head home, but it's been a great time. Didn't find any lost treasure, unfortunately, but who knows, maybe next time. No, look on the back of your left leg. What is it?
What does it look like?
I don't know. Look, from this angle, it looks like a leech.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, something's on the back of your left leg.
Don't say that.
Put the boards on.
That's nothing.
Oh, Okay, so it wasn't a leech. That's a shame. That would have been quite funny. A dragonfly landed on his hand a short while ago, and when I asked him what was on his hand, his reaction was so funny. I wish I'd filmed it, but unfortunately didn't have the camera on. Such is life. I need you to help me. There's
This can't go on your
there's crocs in the loch. It's not safe. Might attack me. Look, there's a croc.
That is shocking.
This
This is a very new video.
Be careful, it might bite.
I'm gonna report your YouTube video if it goes on.
No, I lost my hat. It blew my hat off.